Oh yeah, thanks you guys. I
Cool.
appreciate
Yeah.
you like taking the time to have me on here.
I think it's pretty cool what you guys are doing. Very good questions and what a lot of research.
This is cool.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you guys asking me to be a part of this.
That was too cool, bro. And I love between shifts. I'm between shifts right now. I think I'm gonna be between shifts the rest of my life.
Welcome back to the Between Shifts podcast. Today we are joined by nobody, and we're still missing one co-host. But David and I are here to just kind of do a check-in and recap, and just talk about past interviews. Some which have been our favorite, which have been fun, what stuff that we've really taken, episodes that we've really taken something from, and just so on.
All right, come on, let's get into it.
All right, you go first.
What's the first one? What interview or person has impacted you the most? Impacted is a strong word, but I think two of them that really stood out to me that I really enjoyed, Marty Phelps and Julie. Those were both...
Julie Engelman.
Yeah. Those are both really cool. Just really fun people to talk to, and both have taken a creative aspect of their life, whether it's woodworking or painting, and completely dedicated themselves to it and made like proper livelihoods out of it, which is insanely cool.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to be here for the Marty Phelps one, but I'd listened to you and Ian interview him. He seems like a super cool guy. Yeah, I'm always looking at where Oracle is now. I'm like, damn, dude, fucking Marine World used to be there.
Yep.
Riding camels and shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Insane.
Julie was also one of my favorite interviews, just because it was just kind of, like, I guess you could say out of the norm for our type of interview. It was cool. Yep. I liked hearing about the SEALs in the...
the military SEALs. Yeah.
That was super cool.
I guess Wyatt's a great one too, because that's like similar thing where he like took a passion of his and has built it into... I mean... you go to Breakwater now and it's awesome. I mean, it's popping all the time, and seeing the lines out the door every weekend is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's tough to pick a favorite interview too, because it's like everyone feels, first off, they're all taking a chance on letting us interview them. So everyone we feel is special, but then it's like, damn, each one's just valuable in its own way. But if I had to pick one, I think I might say Michelle Lowings.
Okay.
Just because she's super cool. I grew up around her, and I never really, like, you know how you grow up around somebody and you know somebody, but as you get older, there's more to life and more to get to know about somebody. That was super cool getting to talk to her about all that.
For sure.
But yeah, that's what I've got. Have you learned anything from any guest that has changed how you approach certain things in life?
I mean, he's a dear friend of ours, and I mean, just PJ, and that was a long time ago that we did that, but it was so fun, and I think just hearing a lot about just how he approaches like travel and life in general, it's awesome. He just rolls with it, and for the most part, does what he wants.
Yeah. Well, and PJ's one of those types of people that's really good with, like, when stuff does go south, he doesn't sit there and like really fester about it. He's kind of just like, okay, it happened. Yeah. Like what is actually in my power? Yeah. And what am I just freaking out about?
Yeah.
We were on the ride and he broke his finger in El Granada.
When was that?
This is a couple years ago now, but we thought that he had dislocated his finger. So we were he's like giving me like the full go to like try to pull on it and pop it back in. Dude, we were pulling on his it was broken. We didn't know at the time, obviously, but we were pulling on it, trying to pop the knuckle back in because the knuckle was sideways. And then he goes, dude, it's fucking broken. Like a few days later, I was like, oh my God, that must suck, dude. That must fucking suck. I feel like we have a really good blend of people coming in where we've had people that are very like type A and boom, 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 boom. But then we also have people that are type B and kind of like PJ, like go with the flow and not so much planned out, you know, like just kind of rolling with the punches.
Yeah.
But it is really, it's nice to see that, like, because a lot of the people that we do interview, no matter what type of personality they have, I don't know about you, but going into the interviews, I always seem to like look at them like, oh, they have something figured out. Like how these guys, like whether it's a successful business or they're just living a super dope life, it's like, okay, they figured something out. And then we start to talk to them, and you talk to them more and more, and it's just like, they're like, I don't have shit figured out.
Well, and I think like not to say that she doesn't have her shit figured out, but somebody like Shasta, who was insanely cool that she gave us the opportunity to interview her in the
water
place.
bottle's still here.
Yeah. But one of those things where she was just grinding. She was just doing her thing and just kept on going, and she ended up in the position that she is, and that's, yeah, insanely cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that story is fucking wild. How she was working, or she wasn't even working. She called in for tickets.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, I like your voice. Come into the radio show. And then she was in the radio show, and then she was making a copy, and they needed somebody. And he's like, say a few words. And then she's like, ah. And he's like, that's perfect. Come with me. And she was thrown into the air. No, that was super cool. And we got a shout out on the bone. That was fucking cool. Did you catch that live, or did you have to just listen to the video? Yeah. I told Jimmy when I went into work, I was like, look, at 1 p.m. today, we may or may not be getting a shout out on the bone. So I'm going to slip away for a little and try to listen to it. And he's like, that's fine. What was I saying though? Oh, everybody, it seems like even when we think that somebody has shit figured out or has something figured out, unlike anybody else, it's always just I guess it's like curiosity, but it's like being curious to just continue on and figure out what's past that next point.
Yeah.
Rather than just stopping and being like, fuck, I'm screwed.
Yeah. I mean, I think good example, well, I don't know about good example with that, but like Paul, he has his own business, and he came out with the monkey feet, I think, they're like a really successful product on Joe Rogan, like all this stuff. And he could have just like become complacent with that.
Yeah.
But it's like, he's still trying to grow it and come out with new stuff and all that.
Which they just came out with a new one.
A new one?
Yeah, they came out with a new, I forget what it is. It's sorry, Paul. I forget what it is, but I texted him about it. I was like, dude, that thing's fucking sick. And then, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. He's giving, we're doing a giveaway again. Paul's donating a Stoked company hat.
Sick. Oh, Andy just had a baby, so congrats.
Hey, little boy too.
Yep.
Kid's gonna be a maniac. When we started this podcast, what did you think it was going to become? What do you think about where we are? Obviously, we haven't become anything. Not that we plan to either, but what did you think? Because I could tell you what you probably thought. Like, why is Gavin forcing me to do this fucking podcast?
What do you think has been the best thing? What did you?
No, when we started this podcast, what did you think it was going to become?
Oh, probably about what it is.
Yeah. Having a beer with friends, basically.
Yeah, having a beer, hanging out. Maybe once a month, somebody's like, "Hey, you have a podcast," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Like, yeah.
But no, it's awesome. I mean, I like what it is. I feel like it stayed very local and community focused, which is what I'm about.
Yeah. It's cool. We are trying to branch out, but it's hard to get people when you're just shooting blanks.
Yeah.
I had like, should see my Instagram DMs. It's just random people. Cole and I are strategically planning, but no, Cole's just like, we need people from over the hill. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking trying. But you can't get in touch with anybody because of like, especially through Instagram, if you're not following somebody or whatever and you message them, it just doesn't, it's like shooting blanks. But no, when I started it, I thought it would be fun to like, I knew that we were going to have fun doing it. And that was kind of all it really took, because I was like, it's a fucking excuse to go hang out. And like, yeah, we've interviewed people that we know mainly, but no, that's not true. We've interviewed quite a few people that like either you knew or I knew or Ian knew. And it was kind of like, okay, the other two were just kind of going into it. Mm-hmm. But no, it's nice going in and asking people these questions that gives not only us a better read on them, but also people, whether they're in town or just watching. I like that part. I like that aspect because we have so many characters around us.
I think it's fun how so many of the people that we have on, they've never done anything like this before. So it's funny to, not that I know many of them, but like, it's funny to see how they react in a situation like this, because it's weird.
Yeah.
This is still weird.
Yeah, it is still weird. And we have the little routine where we come up and one of us is always like, put on the headphones and just while we talk before we're recording, just get used to hearing your own voice. Yeah. Because that is the weirdest part. You guys can't even tell. But like, as I'm talking into this, it's playing in my headset so I can just hear my annoying voice. But yeah, it is fun. I enjoy the aspect of like seeing who is open to new ideas, because that's a barrier on its own, especially in this town. Getting people on and getting them outside of their comfort zone. I mean, you look at guys like John Giusti, great interview.
Yeah, really, really cool interview.
Really cool. And neither of us really knew him. But it was cool to be like, everybody else I had texted or like left a voicemail. With him, I called him. I forget who I got. I think I got his number from Luca, but I called him. He answered. And he goes, "Hey, Gavin, when somebody's like, why the fuck are you calling me?" What? I've never really talked to you. And I'm like, "Hey, John, just curious if you're interested in doing an interview on our podcast that we have here in town." He's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Let me look at my calendar." And I was like, he's never going to fucking call me back. And he called me back. He's like, "Hey, I can do blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it." But it's cool to see people like that, that you would think like the stereotype is that he'd be very cold and kind of standoffish, but he was so like open to the idea and ready to talk. And
hey, he's the one that brought the computer to the farm.
Yeah. No, he's good. I loved hearing him talk about the coastal trail going through his property, because when we talked about that, when we had the questions, we're like, oh, he's gonna hate it.
Well, because that's where I mean, they have signs there that say like, coastal trail ends, private property. And I mean, it's really easy to assume that like his private property, the sign's there for a reason, blah, blah. But it's funny how he's just so chill about it.
Mm-hmm. He's like, "Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to the people." It's like, hell yeah, John.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Now they're starting to, that new piece of property that they just got back, 500 something acres.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what they're doing with that, what the update is. Anyways, and then what do you think about where we are with the podcast? If you could do anything differently, what would you have done differently?
In the past? Changing the past.
Sure. Nothing, it's fun.
Yeah, we have a good setup. We've talked about it plenty of times, but broadening our horizons in terms of guests, like, yeah, sure, that'd be cool. But I like what we're doing. I like where we're at.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, no, it's just fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's cool that, dude, we've interviewed 43 people, which is crazy. Like, to think about how much effort goes into each episode. Whether that's the questions, the actual interview itself, the like promo little clips and posts behind it, the Cole editing, the like all that type of shit 43 times is like, Jesus, why are we doing this? But it's fun.
Yeah, thanks for doing like all the work.
You're the talent, dude.
Yep.
Don't worry, we get our business license. You can manage those sponsorships.
Oh God, I have pretty privilege right now.
Yeah. Gotta start paying Cole, dude. What do you think has been the best thing about this podcast with our team, and what do you think each person on the team brings differently or is better at? Cole's definitely better at editing.
I think without Cole, the quality of production would be much lower.
Yes.
So thank you, Cole.
Thank you, Cole.
I think you definitely have. You're just multiple generation, so you have a lot of connections when it comes to people in town, stuff like that. I think I write some good questions occasionally.
I think you do too. No, I think you're like, that's kind of the nice part about leaving you as the talent, I guess you could say. But you're naturally just good and curious at asking people stuff. And you're like, okay, so there's two different, I feel like even when Ian's here, we all three have different, Ian and I are probably more similar question types. Like, whereas I'm asking them more like personal, like, how'd that make you feel? Or like about their family or something. You're very practical in the sense of like, you talk well about like farming. You're like, whoa, what size blade are you running on the tiller? It's funny. It works good. It works really good.
I think Ian's the researcher. I mean, he's insane. Like he'll come in so prepared for an episode with like so much.
Yeah.
Like we're starting and I'm like, holy shit, you found out a lot of stuff.
Yeah. 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 He's definitely like he's like the Jamie on Joe Rogan's podcast. He like chirps in at the times when he's like, actually, it was like, all right, cool. Thank you. Yeah. Cole, I want to get Cole on an episode. I think it would be fun. He talks about it. He does talk about it though. He's like, if I fly home and when you guys are doing an episode, I'll hop on and shit like that.
I think, yeah, the stars have to align. I want it to happen.
Yeah.
I want you here, Cole, but
whether it happens that way or we do well enough to where we start kind of traveling and
what?
Yeah, no, like if we start doing well enough and we travel to say like Lake Tahoe or like Palm Springs or something to interview somebody and then Cole can meet us, that'd be cool.
Okay.
I don't know. I watched a video on YouTube of this other podcaster and he does all like these side videos on YouTube and he films everything from, he's in San Francisco actually. He'd be a good interview. But he films everything. Like he has like everything. Like as soon as they walk through the door, he's like filming them meeting and he obviously doesn't post all the conversations and shit, but he's just rolling and he makes like these little like behind the scenes or like the weekend of when he traveled, like he went to Lake Tahoe recently and interviewed a billionaire and did like the lifestyle of a billionaire and it looked fucking sick. I was like, damn, that sounds so fun. All the time we have to travel.
Yep. What's something you think that we could honestly do better?
I think that we could honestly be better on the visual part. GoPro's great. Don't get me wrong. GoPro will always be around and be filming, but I feel like we could have like a more reliable camera on the guest.
Yeah, it's just so easy.
It is so easy. And it's nice because they kind of forget that the camera's even on because it's so small and just over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. GoPro, it's great. GoPro should sponsor us before they go out of business.
They're already out of business.
Are they really?
No, not really. But like, what do they have to offer?
Yeah.
China's got us covered. Want to get your business in front of a loyal local audience? Between Shifts brings Coastside stories to life with real conversations, local legends, and plenty of laughs. Sponsorships include custom ad reads, shout-outs in episodes, and visibility across all our socials, all designed to connect your brand with engaged listeners who support local. Now please email betweenshiftspod@gmail.com for any inquiries. Thank you.
What do you hope that people get from listening to our podcast?
I think an easy goal to reach with it is just like somebody who's living in the community. They get to I don't know, it's just feeling more a part of a community, like you know, getting to know people that are, whether they're, you know, a muralist, a restaurant owner, just, you know, like how many people would know that somebody like Julie has a studio downtown. I mean, I guess it is right on Main Street.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to see, but
No,
like,
but
like
fair.
you know, they might walk in there because they might have listened, or
Yeah.
stuff like that. Making an effort to buy some juicy beans
Mhm.
when you're at the farmer's market.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's a really cool thing, and it's just all together brings a bigger sense of community.
Yeah, and kind of on the same note, I want people to take more pride in where they're from. I like that, and the aspect of the podcast where, you know, we do touch a lot on history here, or local families that have been here for a long time, or whatever it may be. I think that's a big part of being from here too, is loving being from here.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we do a pretty good job at showing and carrying that energy of loving where you're from.
And I think it's important to note that you don't have to be a fourth generation person from this town to love and appreciate where you live.
Yeah. I mean, you've probably seen more of the coastline than I have. Like you've probably been to more places, and I just like, it's funny because it's like, I have my own little like connection to town, but then you've probably done more exploring around town.
Trespassing, yeah.
Yeah. But it's still just like
But
different aspects, but
yeah.
it's just, yeah. I don't know. And it like when I was playing football at CSM, the Islanders would call us Moonies because they would say that it feels like we're on an island out here. Even when they come, it feels like an island life. I was like, fuck yeah, that's sick. Because like you think about like Hawaii or like Fiji or any island chain, and everybody takes so much pride in where they're from.
100%.
And it's really cool to like be in a place in the Bay Area where there's fucking people from all over that just like bounce around, and then, hey, I'm a local here, now I'm here, I'm a local here. And it's like, no, we like this spot.
Well, and I think it was funny, like the other day, it was a couple, I don't know, maybe a month ago now, but I was coming home from work and accident on Devil's Slide, car turned over, whatever. And it was just one of those where I'm like, it's like so close to home, and I have to turn around, go Sharp Park, 280, come down 92, and come all the way up the coast, back to Moss Beach. And it's like, you know, that sucks. It really sucks. It doesn't happen too often. And I was telling my boss about it, and he was like, dude, that's fucking terrible. And I was like, yeah, but it doesn't happen that often, and look at where I get to live.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Seriously. Oh, and it's also just like, it adds to like the barrier of people wanting to live here.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a deterrent, but honestly, I think that not enough people that are like thinking about moving here think about that enough. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, no. It's 1 and 92.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
If one of them goes that when Devil Slide gets worked on.
Yeah.
Do you remember that when we were little?
I had to ride my bike to school every day for like the whole year.
Oh, dang.
My mom would drive like my brother and I and a couple other neighborhood kids in the minivan, trunk full of bikes, drop us off in the harbor parking lot, and then we would all ride into Hatch.
We would we'd park our car on the other side of the trees in Miramar.
Okay.
And then walk back home, and then in the morning my mom would walk Morgan and I down through the forest to the car, and then go because the EG traffic was so bad.
Yeah.
Also, something else I take pride in around here is the kids are back outside. And talking about like people that move here and expect the world, like get rid of the foghorn, shut up. But it's like I love the next door posts of when people are like, oh, we got ding dong ditched. And it's like all like mainly harmless. I'm not talking about when they actually are stupid and fuck up somebody's house.
Yeah.
But when they're out ding dong ditching and like TPing again, that makes me fucking happy.
Yeah.
I love that because I grew up doing that, and it bonds you with people. And then you get guys like Dom Padua who build a TP gun. Just a potato gun that you'd put wet toilet paper in.
Oh my god.
Sick. If you could go back to our first episode, who would have been Morgan, and you could give us any piece of advice, what would it be?
I don't know. That was a long time ago.
I would definitely say, if we went back, I'd be like, you guys got to have, David and Ian got to have questions for her. Or at least like, because now we're good about, even whether it's a question I wrote, you wrote, but if we go in a good order where it's not just one person, but that episode was pretty one way.
Yeah.
That's the one thing to say.
But I would say if we broaden this to going back to just the first handful of episodes and give a piece of advice, I would just say, I don't know. I feel like it took a bit to just get more comfortable doing this. So it's like, I don't know. That's not really a piece of advice, though. That's just,
it's more of
that just took
like,
time.
Don't be afraid to be yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it is hard when you have somebody in here that you don't really know, but you have your style of questions and the way that we always talk, and yeah, and you're trying to be respectful on top of that. Yeah, we're always respectful, but yeah. If we stopped doing the podcast tomorrow, what would you be the most proud of, and what would you regret not doing?
I'm sure I could think of some episodes that I would regret not making, just like people that we wouldn't have gotten to interview and stuff like that.
I know we need some David interview throwouts. I guess you had Paul. Paul was your recommendation too, but we need some more David to be like, hey, we should reach out to this guy.
Yep. But if we stop the podcast tomorrow, what would I be most proud of? I don't know, the fact that we've done it for over a year now, right?
That's crazy. Yeah,
the fact that we've just done it.
Yeah,
for the amount of time that we did.
The fact that we've all sacrificed time to just show up once a week. Yeah,
I'm proud of that.
It's pretty easy to show up and drink beer and talk with your friends.
It is.
Yeah, it's like what Don Diaz used to always say. He did life lessons on Wednesday nights, and he'd do this whole presentation about becoming a man and all this stuff, and he'd bring out this big mason jar and he'd fill it with like big rocks, and he's like, this is all the bullshit in your life, blah blah blah. And he puts smaller rocks and he's like, this is all the bullshit with family, or like stuff happening with family, and then finer rocks that fill in around those rocks. And he just had layers going in, and the jar was full all the way up to the brim, and he couldn't put anything else in there. And he goes, and no matter what is happening in life, you always have time for a beer with friends. And he'd crack a beer and pour the beer into the thing, and it would fill the whole thing perfectly. It's like, that's fucking awesome. Yeah. Don D. That's all the questions I have. What do you have to say,
dude? You didn't answer that one.
What do you mean?
What would you be most proud of?
What would I be most proud of? Probably the same thing, that we did it for so long and we kept making an excuse to show up, but also just that, like, there's nobody telling us to do any of this. This is all just passion and, like, honestly, for fun pastime. So I think that's probably what I'd be most proud of, is just like, just doing it.
Yeah.
Not like being now I'm kind of over the whole being afraid of putting things out there online. Like, I still am, but like not being afraid to show who you are or like what you do out there, but also knowing how to mitigate that though too, because you can't put everything out there. Yeah, I think that is nice. Yeah. That's kind of it. We were talking, I don't know if any of you guys watched it, but Outside Lands was this past weekend. I don't know if any of you guys are fans of Turnstile, but Turnstile had a great show.
Gavin found out about Turnstile last week.
I found Turnstile from YouTube. and their tiny desk, and the guy was crowd surfing, and I was like, that's fucking sick. And I thought they had like one punk rock song, and then I watched 50 minutes of their set at Outside Lands last night. I was like, holy crap, dude. I sent it to Claire. I was like, I want to go see these guys so goddamn bad.
Yeah, Emily was at Outside Lands and she saw Geese instead, which Geese is a good band. They're a good band. Not my favorite, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't even really know Geese. I can't really say anything about them, but
yeah,
I'd still go see Turnstile. I saw Baby Keem was there too.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Do you have any shows coming up?
Shows that I'm going to?
Yeah.
Turn
turn this into like the Matt and Shane secret podcast where it's like, you got any shows coming up? He's like, Massachusetts.
Oh God, I can't remember. I forgot to buy tickets when they got released. Another Aussie punk band that I like.
Yeah.
That's coming to town. But yeah, besides that, I don't know.
It's August this month, right? Yeah. Wait. Ocean Alley's this weekend in Concord.
Yeah, John's going. That's why he can't come hunting with me.
John, your brother?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to go, but then I was like, I think I'm going to go sight my rifle. Actually, no, there's Pop Warner scrimmages Saturday morning at noon. I'm going to that with my dad. Yeah.
Okay.
I think my hunting, and I'm not like, I don't really care, but it's going to be closer to home.
Yeah.
Probably going to go out with Jimmy a few times on the ranch and then go somewhere driving distance, but you'd probably be with me. So it'd be fun.
Yeah. This weekend I'm just going to do, it's like outside of Gilroy area.
I thought you said Clear Lake.
Well, I was going to do that, but then
Gilroy that's way easier.
Yeah, but Clear Lake's way too hot. I just realized, novice, haven't gotten a deer before. I'm comfortable in my ability to gut a deer and process. I don't want to say confident, but I know I can do it. But it would take a long time.
Yeah.
And if I was out in like 100 plus degree heat,
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I wonder if it's anything like, I wonder if they kill them, gut them in the forest and then pack them out, or do they gut them when they get back? Because in New Zealand, when we got one, the guy gutted it there.
Yeah, you always gut.
It's obviously way lighter, but
yeah, you got to gut it where you shoot it. But then, like the places that I'd be going, I'm not going to throw a whole deer over my shoulders. I'm gonna quarter it out, take the back straps, cut the head off, skin it.
Yeah,
in the field, and then put it all in a backpack and hike it out.
I think I'd rather throw the deer on my back
for 4, 5, 6,
it's just
7
another
miles.
Backpack. Yeah. What are you going to leave? You're going to leave stuff behind, though.
You just leave a carcass. You take all the meat.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying like you'd leave shit behind.
No.
Yeah.
And if it's too heavy, then you have to shuttle it.
You need a fucking big backpack.
Yeah, I mean, my backpack's like 80 liter.
You know what? I have a fun one. Let's call some friends and ask them what they think about our podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to call Cole.
Cole's our editor.
Yeah, I know. We're going to ask him a question. Cole's our editor. There we go. Hell yeah. Sends me to voicemail. Fuck. Cole, answer the phone.
He's having dinner with Boots.
There he is.
What? Don't you dare say that to me. Answer the phone.
Well, you're two spots right now. You're on the phone, but you're also on the camera or behind the camera editing this.
Am I on it right now, though?
Yeah.
I figured. You called and I looked over at Sam and I was like, I think they're on. I think they're filming right now.
Yeah, we have a question for you. 2 questions for you as like a little recap thing for the podcast.
Okay.
So the first one would be, if the podcast ended tomorrow, what would you be the most proud of that we've done as a team?
Probably stayed consistent besides there was a week we missed. But probably our consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said too.
Yeah, pretty much just that we've been at it.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
We've been our schedule changed. We were weekly, and then we were bi-weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And then, was it the week of the tournament?
Yeah, that was the week we missed one, but I never said anything. You just blew our cover.
Oh. I'll talk to the editor and have him cut it out.
And then the next question is, what is something that we could honestly do better?
Stop having good conversations when David goes and takes a piss.
And vice versa. They were having a good one last weekend too. Yeah, we're thinking.
Honestly, Jeff did a good job bringing up I think he might be the only guest who brought up what you guys talked about when. Actually, I think you took a piss that time. Because I think David was sitting with him.
Yeah, David went pee, and then I went down and went pee. So there was like two different piss conversations.
Yeah, but whatever was brought up, it came back around, and you guys talked about it. So I was like, okay, they redeemed themselves.
Nice. Okay, that's good.
See, we're getting better.
Yeah, we were talking about having a segment on our Patreon or wherever we want to post it of piss talk. Or behind the jug.
Oh my god!
Behind the jug's kind of good. Like behind the piss jug.
It's very niche. very niche reference.
Yes.
Should we put the photo of you with a jug up?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, we should not.
I know the editor. He won't be doing that.
It's like different colors. The bottom's just brown, and then it gets. Oh shit! All right, Cole. Well, thank you for answering.
Goodbye, podcast. Enjoy the recap.
Thanks, Cole.
Who should we call next?
Who have you called already?
Just you, baby.
Nice.
We could I guess.
I was going to say probably the other member of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would call Ian.
I got one. Actually, hang on.
What did Ian say before the Julie episode next week?
Hello?
What's up?
Who's that?
What's up?
You're on the podcast.
Oh, what?
No way.
Yeah, we're asking the girlfriends questions. David didn't know this was going.
I did not know this was
waiting
happening.
for this day.
Okay, well,
Wait, is your family still over?
No, they left.
Oh, okay.
we're doing like
Oh my god, I'm nervous all of a sudden.
we're doing like a little like recap check-in, like what we think about past interviews and just stuff on the podcast.
I hate to break it to you, but
Okay.
she hasn't listened to like any of them.
Shut up. Nobody needs to know,
Okay, and
David.
did you say that she
Claire
listened to
hasn't
any of
either.
them?
No.
Claire hasn't either. It's okay. They can still be proud of us.
I listened to a few of them.
Which one was your favorite episode? Shakira?
Shakira.
Yeah.
I think that I liked Chris's, Bike Shop Chris's, because I know him and like I knew the people that he was talking about, so that was exciting. And I also liked PJ's too.
PJ's was great.
But honestly,
Great.
like I thought the intro episodes that you guys did were great. I liked hearing you guys talk about yourselves. So
That was when it was like the most awkward too.
I hated.
yeah, but it was kind of cute. It was cute.
I hate if there's one thing on the internet about me that I could remove, it is that intro episode.
Yeah, I thought yours was cute. But don't worry.
I thought David's was cute too. What are you? Okay, so if we stopped doing the podcast tomorrow, what are you? I guess I don't like the word proud, but like, what are you the happiest for us about? Like, what are you? I don't know how to ask this fucking question.
No, I know what you're asking. I get it.
Like watching from being on the team, but like watching kind of from afar. What are you the most proud of us about with the podcast? I guess that's how.
I feel like one of the coolest parts of the podcast is the way that it's kind of brought a lot of people together, especially on the coast side. I think it's been super cool. Like, obviously I'm not from here, but like going around places with Dave and people interacting with him about the podcast, and like anytime I'm hanging out with you guys, like people always want to talk about it. And then like we went out to dinner with oh my gosh, I'm blanking on their names, but the boat people. We went out
with the bed
last week.
Jeff and Mariah.
Jeff and Mariah, yeah. Like them, like I feel like it's just like you guys are like kind of bringing people together, and everybody loves to tell their own story. I always say that, like, people just want to talk about themselves, and like letting people have a platform to talk about the things they're passionate about is pretty cool, and I think it helps to bring people together, and I love that.
I think you need to be a co-host. You're so well spoken.
I've been saying that.
Where our other host is calling in real quick. So
thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'll be home soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
What's up, you legend?
What are you doing?
Oh, dude, just another long work day.
Dude, what do you have to say to the people that think you ditched us?
I was hoping we would just do a, like a catfish people and hit them with like this is why we had to separate Ian from the podcast.
Oh, that's a
create
good one.
Drama.
Yeah, create a bunch of fake drama.
Create some drama.
Hell yeah.
And then I come out with a full YouTube video. This is why I left the between podcast.
We're gonna rip a couple questions at you about the podcast,
right,
if you have a little bit of time.
Let's hit it.
Okay. David's gonna ask you the first one.
What are we doing?
Just pick your favorite off of the little list.
No, you gotta get prepared.
What's something that you've learned from one of the guests that has changed how you approach something in life?
Oh man, so one of my favorite episodes still was Steve Hawk, and the amount of traveling he did, just purely to experience every continent, just made me want to try to go way more out of my comfort zone. And like the amount I learned about Antarctica, is that the farthest south continent? I think it is, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's Antarctica, yeah. Yeah. Like having to take a boat down there, you just assume it's all snow, but it's just like rocks with bird poop on it. Like,
yeah,
crazy. I knew nothing about that continent in general.
That's where he talked about finding all the sea glass on that one beach, right, where it all collected.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember him talking about a sea glass when he was like, what's it called, beach drifting or whatever.
Yeah, I think I got to reach back out to him about coming back on as like a little promo interview behind his book, because that was part of the deal when we had him on.
Not even part of the deal. I'm just so excited for his book to come out too.
Yeah, I know. I want to read it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Near Shore should be a good one.
Near Shore. Watch
me get that wrong too.
No, I think you're good. When we started this podcast, what did you think it was going to become?
I'm actually very happy with where we're at. Going into this, I mean, it was all kind of an idea. I mean, I don't know if we've ever really talked about how we started the podcast with like just an idea at a golf tournament. You're right, and like it was just kind of everyone was sitting in a room and we're like, man, it'd be really cool to just kind of do a podcast. And I'm like, would you guys just consider letting me be a part of it? And then we met a couple times at David's house, came up with some ideas, thought about it. We're like, what would we do? How are we going to separate ourselves? And the stories we've gotten out of the people locally from Half Moon Bay, I just listened to Jeff Betancourt's like front to back, and I want to listen to it again. Just from the stories he has, I've known Jeff most of my life, and still like having this platform for people to be able to come on and tell their stories,
Mm-hmm.
it's so cool to me. I had almost no expectations from the very beginning. I mean, the idea of it, you know, it's like you want to plan something and you want everything to go perfect, but I never would have expected it turned out the way it has. You guys have been killing it in my absence.
I know, we need you back.
I know. Where are you?
I'm still at work. It's 8 p.m. getting off and the city's killing me.
Ian had a couple months off for his knee surgery, and I think they're hitting him pretty hard with the hours at work since he's been back.
Yeah.
So that's where he's been. And his house.
Yeah.
His new house that he's...
But back to what you were saying about how we've just been kind of going at it, and I think that's what we were touching on. What we're most proud of is that just we've been consistent, and that it's you know, the community aspect of it has been like the most rewarding part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the amount of people that still, you know, all the time when you run into them in public, the little bit of time I spend out in public lately, when someone's like, oh, dude, I really like this part of the episode, you know, or like people reaching out and like, oh, you know, I really want to come on. Like, I really like what you guys are doing, or like, this was so cool. I didn't know this about this person. It's so cool that you guys had them on. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and I'm sure those little comments probably initially feel weird for those people to like message us, even if it's just shooting us a text or like coming up and saying hi and bullshitting with us about an episode. But it's so nice to get, like, I guess it's reassurance that you're doing something okay.
Yeah.
Because it is nice.
Yeah.
Like, I love when people come up and they talk to me about an interview and we're just like shooting the shit, going back and forth about stuff that the guest had said, because it's so fun.
Yeah. And so many people, you're like, hey, well, who would you want to have on? And so many people are like, you know what? I think like this would be a great episode. Like, I don't, you know, it's someone that usually they know pretty well, and they're like, honestly, like it'd be cool to get them on there and get more stories out of them. Like, there's still things that I feel like they would want to say that, you know,
for sure.
And every time I run into someone, you know, it's usually Kurt Meyer is like the number one on the list. And you know, come on, Kurt.
We've been trying on Kurt for like over a year.
Where's Kurt?
Where's Kurt? We'll clip it.
Next time y'all see
Come on,
Kurt,
Powerline. I'm wearing your shirt, Kurt. Come on.
I'm actually wearing a Powerline shirt right now.
Dude,
I wore it
Kurt.
to work today.
You can't even see him, but two out of the three are wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Cole's wearing a shirt at home, I'm sure.
I came straight from work.
He probably. And honestly, shout out to Cole and you guys. Just talking about the consistency, David was just saying. Shout out to you guys for sure for making it happen every week, or every, you know, as often you guys have been able to get in the studio still and moving around and getting the interviews on site with Robin and going to your Uncle Jimmy's and, you know, getting these people on that maybe wouldn't want to come on normally, but like going out of the way to go over there and making the time to do it, and Cole knocking the episodes out every week. You guys have been, you know, killing it. I have done absolutely nothing, and I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you gotta come on one of the house calls because it's fun. It's like
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's really fun. You make a whole night out of it, though.
Yeah.
And that's the best part.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I can't imagine how Robin's was.
Yeah.
Robin's was only like 30 minutes. What do you mean?
Gavin hit a deer on the way home.
Yeah, we don't talk like that. We stayed for like a couple hours to sober up, and on the way home I hit a fucking deer. We were hanging out with Robin in his office, and Dave and I like checking in with each other. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm good. Let's go. And we head home, and we're coming down. I call it, my dad calls it 100-mile-an-hour bridge, but it's when you're coming down right at Tanitas Beach and you hit the bridge going back towards town.
Yeah.
Dude, my headlights are pointed down. I start to come up the hill right past the Tanitas Creek turnoff. And right as my headlights come up, there's just a fucking deer. And I remember going to Dave, I'm like, hang on. Because I wasn't going to swerve or anything.
Dude.
Yeah.
Felt like nothing in the truck.
It was pretty funny. No
That's
idea.
one thing I'm surprised we haven't gotten Yeah, that's one thing I'm surprised we haven't gotten on the pod yet, is like some crazy roadkill story.
Oh, from guests? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, now that I'm thinking back at it, I'm like, dude, I've hit some deer that were kind of crazy stories, too. Like, it's a small town. That's like a big part of growing up.
Yeah.
I've got some good roadkill stories, but I can't talk about any of this.
He harvested their organs.
I gotta eat them while they're warm. It's like when you go salmon fishing for the first time, you catch your first salmon, they make you eat the heart.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What do you hope that people get from listening to our podcast?
Honestly, just enjoyment. I hope you're not, annoyed by our voices. Just, we're not professionals.
Yeah.
We're trying our best just to make people feel comfortable, right? And come up with these questions beforehand and like do our research and try to get the best stories we can out of people. And, I hope people see that it's just us being as transparent as we can be, and as honest with our, in our stories as we can, and trying to just give people a platform to tell the stories that we hope everyone else wants to hear. I'm kind of just repeating myself now, but it's such a cool thing to be able to get those stories, from everyone from like Felix Lee Lerma, who didn't grow up here. It's a guy from Ohio.
That was a great interview.
Cool. That was a great interview. But we've had all great interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just every one of them. It's like it's hard not to listen just because they're all good stories. Mm-hmm. Everyone's got a story, and then I thought I knew Alyssa pretty well, who was on with your cousin Gabby.
Yeah, that was a fun one too.
Yeah, she lived literally 2 doors down from me.
Yeah.
I remember, my parents are friends with her parents. So we've spent some time together, and it's like, wow, there's a lot about her that I didn't know that she, talked about on the pod too. It's just, it's cool to, even for us to get to know these people better, in person on this platform.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I ever even answered your question, but
no, you're good. And kind of tie it back into like your last answer, but it's also just like, it's nice to interview people that we think, David and I were talking about it earlier, but the people that we interview, it feels like we go into the interviews where we're like, kind of like, oh, they have something figured out more than the average person. And then we start to interview them, and then they will just like come out and say, they're like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just figuring it out. And it's like what we're kind of leading by with this whole podcast thing.
Yeah.
Figuring shit out.
Yeah.
We make some mistakes, and then we just keep moving forward.
I think a lot of it is just like, you can do whatever you want as long as you want to put the work in. You can do, nothing's impossible. You just have to be able to put the work in to get to that point where you're happy with what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes people fall into things and it just works out. But, for the most part, people have like put the work in, and it's like you just buckle down, and the people that look like they figured it out, it's like, yeah, it's because they've put the work into that specific thing that they wanted to try to figure out how to do. And, it's not like, like Kelly Hoffman Davis, for example, was working somewhere where she now owns the business, but it's not like she just fell into that. Like she had a passion for that and figured out, it's not like she just was like, oh, I'm just going to take over the business. She had to learn a lot about the business and business in general to take over that.
And it's not like Dan Littlefield got ripped overnight. He put in the work for that.
That guy is so fucking
that
dude. Yeah. But you keep your eyes out for the between shift Pilsner. It's still in the works. It really is.
And also this isn't going to come out in time, but their 13th anniversary
this Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, Ian. Well, thanks for picking up the call. We got one more phone call to make.
There we go. All right, boys. Yeah. Thanks for having me on, you lad.
Yeah, you got to get back in. You got to get back in for an interview. We got Julie from Maine Barber on next weekend or next week.
Yeah. Next week. I'll see you all next week. I'll be there for that one. Okay. Next week, we're gonna do that on the same days.
Ian's come back. He's gonna get drunk on the podcast.
Yeah,
kidding.
See you, sobriety.
Yeah.
All right, you legend.
All right, talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Dave's girlfriend. We got to call the other girlfriend real quick. Clarity Frame missed the girlfriend call. Bye. Should we try Sam?
No, that's okay.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Well, thank you guys for listening this week. I know.
Oh, you almost missed the girlfriend call for the podcast. You're on the podcast.
Oh, we're playing Catan.
Oh, nice. We just got off the phone with Emily. We just have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
It sounds really we still don't know how to phrase it, but we're asking the girlfriends what are they the most happy about with the podcast.
Ooh. Probably
like taking Gavin away from home for a little bit.
Probably the community you guys have built and just like connecting to more people and expanding your circle.
Yep.
Nice.
That's
yeah.
Yep.
All right. What was the second one?
David's got one for you.
Okay. What's the second one? What are we doing?
You pick from that list.
Okay. I'm just hi, Claire. Hope you're having fun in Montana.
Are you winning in Catan?
Hi, Dave.
Yeah.
We just started playing, but Jenna made a bold move against Cole, so I think I'm in trouble.
Oh, is she playing the victim card yet?
I'm saving that for later. That's coming out soon.
Okay, if you
That's the question.
Who do you think is better on the podcast, Gavin or me? What's your favorite interview of ours that you've listened to?
Oh,
she doesn't listen. That's the plot twist.
No, I haven't caught up on a lot of them, but I really like, well, of course, Michelle Lowings, because she's near and dear to my heart.
Yep.
I said that one too.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of them where I just learn a lot about people. I like the, oh my God, what's his name? I only know him as Dirt Jackson. Well, I like Mark Spustas a lot. I like all of them, but Dirt Jackson, and I totally forget his real name, so I think Paul. Paul. Yeah. I like Paul's a lot, yeah.
Nice. Hi, I'm Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay,
nice.
We're bugging you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, all good. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Get that longest road.
Bye. Love you. Bye. See you guys. All right. Thank you guys for listening to that episode of just David and I blabbering and calling people and talking about recaps about episodes and that sort of thing. Yeah. Thinking about doing it a little bit more in the future, maybe a little more consistently, but I don't know. All right. Bye. See you in 2 weeks with Julie, who owns Main Barber. Bye. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Once again, we're brought to you by Bikeworks HMB, your one-stop shop for bike service, sales, and rentals in Half Moon Bay, California. Whether you're on the mountain, road, or low on battery, Bikeworks HMB has your back. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to help support this podcast, please feel free to reach out to us at betweenshiftspod@gmail.com. The link will be in the description. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. GT, signing off.